Children have a unique curiosity for nature and for this amazing planet we call home. This is because part of being young is knowing that we are, in fact, part of nature ourselves.
Part 1. Nature. We live our lives surrounded by people and other living things. Plants
spring up in parks, woods, backyards, even in cracks in the pavements. Animals are everywhere too, swimming in the ocean, singing from the trees, and purring in your lap. Microbes,
tiny creatures we can only see with a microscope, live in every nook and cranny of the earth. If you look closely enough, you can find them in the deepest parts of the sea, the driest deserts,
inside our stomachs, and even between our toes.
All living things nestle in our Earth's thin outer layer, which is made up of 3 precious things: the air, the soil, and the oceans. This gives us the oxygen we breathe, and the wind, water, and food that all life depends on.
Now, when we view a picture of the Earth from space, it is easy to see how the land, water, and air are one fragile system working in harmony to support life. This system contains an incredibly beautiful diversity of animals, trees, plants, flowers, and insects, all of which combine to provide the ingredients for life to flourish. This web of life inspires me every day, seeing that everything is, in some way, connected to everything else.
Of the unimaginable large number of planets in our vast universe,
Earth is the only one that we are sure has life, that makes our world a truly wondrous place, and nature an infinitely precious thing.
Part 2. People. Humans find everything we need in the nature that surrounds us.
People have worked out how to use other animals, plants, rocks, air, and even liquids and gases
found deep within the earth to help us live more comfortable lives. We use them to make medicine and houses and furniture and clothes and
cars and toys and gadgets and lots of other stuff.
But because there are nearly 8 billion of us humans, all of this happy living has an ugly side.
The way we usually make things and grow food releases pollution. This poisons the air and water and kills the tiny living things that keep our soil healthy.
With so many of us buying, selling, and throwing away so much stuff, mountains of garbage and rivers of pollution are finding their way into the oceans. Some pollution makes the ocean more acidic, threatening the survival of sea life, including precious corals. Many plants and animals are becoming extinct. That means they are gone forever.
For a long time, people thought that because there were so many animals and plants and such a big wide ocean and lots of air and soil, we could go on like this forever. Other living things might suffer, but not us. We're people, we thought. We'll be okay. We forgot that we were nature too.
Part 3. Planet. Then we noticed something. The Earth is getting hotter.
Ever since the Earth was formed more than 4 billion years ago, its temperature has been changing. This is because a gas in the air called carbon dioxide captures heat from the sun. It works like a blanket, keeping the Earth warm. With too little carbon dioxide in the air, the Earth gets colder, with glaciers stretching halfway around the world. With too many carbon dioxide, the Earth gets warmer, the ice melts, and water floods onto land. Carbon, one of the elements in the carbon dioxide, is also found in living things. When they die, their bodies break down, and the carbon in them becomes part of the soil in the oceans.
Over millions of years, billions of tons of carbon from dead animals and plants get buried deeper in the ground and under the sea. Eventually, it turns into coal, oil, and natural gas. We call these substances fossil fuels because they were once the remains of living things. When we burn fossil fuels to heat our homes, run our cars, and make electricity, the carbon is released back into the air as carbon dioxide, making the earth warmer and warmer, and that is a big problem.
Too much carbon dioxide is making storms stronger, raindrops bigger, and hot spells hotter and longer. Lush grasslands are turning into deserts where plants struggle to grow. Forest fires,
floods, and hurricanes are happening more and more often. All that extra heat in the air is melting the glaciers and the ice sheets at the North and South Poles. As the ice melts, waters rise and rivers overflow. And because ice works like a mirror and bounces back heat into space, less ice means warmer oceans and a warmer world.
If the world keeps on getting hotter, it will be harder and harder for people and animals and plants to survive. Cities will flood, which means that millions of people will need to find new places to live. And it's not just humans that will be in trouble. Many more plants and animals may become extinct, further upsetting nature's harmony.
So to keep this web of life within our planet healthy, all the people in the world need to do everything they can to keep nature healthy, so that people and animals can be healthy too. This means that we need all of the world's countries, cities, businesses, and organizations to work together. This is why I created the Terracari as a roadmap for nature, people, and planet, and is why I need your help.
Part 4, Terracotta. But wait! We can bring nature back into balance. Together, we must imagine a brighter future and work together across the world to make it come true.
That means it's time for a Terra Carta, a plan of action for the Earth. It's time to agree. We will get energy from renewable sources like direct sunlight, wind, and water.
We will capture carbon from the air and trap it deep underground or recycle it into clean fuel.
We will bring wild plants and animals back where they used to live.
We will make sure that coral reefs, forests, savannas, and wetlands grow and thrive.
We will demand that everything we buy has a label that details its impact on nature, people, and planet.
That way, we can choose to buy products that help nature, not hurt it.
We will listen to the wisdom of people whose ancestors lived in harmony with nature for generations.
We will work together with artists, educators, scientists, engineers, farmers, designers, and lots of other smart thinkers to find the best ways to keep our planet and ourselves healthy.
We will demand that the leaders of our countries and businesses put nature first. We will remind them that if they don't act quickly, all we depend on may eventually collapse.
But if we work together, nature, including people, will be around for a very, very long time to come.
We can do this.
We must do this
And we have to do it now.
because depende de nosotros.
Wo men suji ding.
Ye hum par nirbhar karta hai.
It's up to us.
I hope that the story told in this book, together with the marvelous illustrations by artists from all around the globe, will inspire you to discover and celebrate the natural world around you, to explore the lessons nature has to offer and the ways that you can act to protect it. What the world needs is for children all around it to imagine the type of future you want to build. Now, I don't know about you, but I love to draw and paint, like many of the artists in this book. So here's my challenge to you. Take out a blank piece of paper and draw, paint, or write about the future you would like to see. One that puts nature at the heart of everything we do. That way we can share our ideas with as many people as possible, and together we can help make our planet strong and healthy for generations to come.